All right, Blair, final non-conference weekend in the books. You went 2-1 down in Charleston. Just your overall thoughts on that final non-conference weekend.
I don't think it was the best we've played in preseason, but I think it was necessary for us to have a weekend like that going into conference because it kind of holds you accountable for the next weekend coming up.
What does it say about this team that you can not play your best but still have enough fight and, to come out with 2 wins?
We like getting the W. That's always the goal, but we want to do it the right way. And so I think we've been focused a lot this week on dialing in and picking up the slack from the weekend. I think they've done a really good job so far.
When you look back on non-conference as a whole, 7-4, just what are your kind of your thoughts on what you saw through the first 4 weeks of the season?
They've won a lot of hard-fought matches. I think there's a calm over this group, even when they're down by 5 or 10 even, where I don't count them out. I mean, I know that they have the ability to come back. Now it's just getting that going a little bit earlier so we don't have to have that.
Well, you're 11 matches into your Division I career. You just finished non-conference play. What are your thoughts on how you've been performing and how the team has been performing?
Together, I think we could pick up little things like communication and just talking to each other about. Oh God.
Yeah, as you get ready for MAC play, this is kind of your first time going into Mid-American Conference play. Have you talked to some of the players, Meg, Hannah, Cassie, that have kind of been through there, and kind of get a feel for what conference play is like?
Yeah, they said the teams that we're going to be playing are better than the ones we have played so far, but that we can take them.
You get to be back home for the first time in 4 weeks. How nice is it to not be traveling and to play in front of your home fans?
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Try to get the feel of what the day is going to be like and stuff, and just get the W at home.
We haven't been home in a while.
Yeah. Blair, as you kind of get into conference play, what have you seen from around the conference? I know you kind of look at scores a little bit, not too much in every team, but what have you seen, from the league as conference play is about to start?
Yeah, as a whole, I think a lot of people played pretty tough competition. So even if they have losses on their schedule, it doesn't necessarily translate into the MAC because I think they played a lot of high-level competition. So we're going to have to be ready for everybody. Everybody in the MAC can beat everybody on any given night, and that's kind of how you have to approach it.
Have you seen kind of the upperclassmen kind of step up and let the newcomers know what they're about to face here, when league play starts? I mean, this is a league that has put multiple teams in the NCAA tournament. I mean, have you seen that kind of leadership step up?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you always want to beat the teams that win all the time, right? It's just kind of the way it goes. But we've got to just focus on being steady, focused on the 2 in front of us for that weekend, and this weekend it's Ohio and Kent.
Polina Progadina, Mackey's Player of the Week, second time in 3 weeks. What did you get from her again, this past weekend that got her that honor?
I think she's just always going to be steady. I wouldn't even say this is one of her top performances in the preseason, but she just kind of fights through it, and we keep giving her the ball. So I think she's going to have a lot of weekends where she does a lot of good things.
Lara, how easy is it for you on the court when you kind of look around and you have strengths everywhere, in the back row, with you playing libero, you have a strong setter, a couple strong outside, strong in the middle. How easy does that make it for you out on the court when you see just a team that you can depend on at any position?
Yeah, definitely. I trust everybody on our team, and I think that's good, and it helps with the chemistry. So, definitely Polina, I always trust her. I'm always there for her. She trusts me, stuff like that. Meg, Scout, it's all good chemistry.
Talk about Scouts weekend a little bit. I mean, 65 assists against App State was a career high, 4 aces as well.
Yeah.
You have another strong server right next to you. I mean, maybe just talk about your serving game just in general, leading the conference in aces.
Yeah, we've definitely amped it up in practice, and Lara and Andrea are both in one of the lists for serving, and they're doing a really good job. I think it just helps get the other team out of system. That's what we're trying to do with the serve. So if we can be aggressive with that, we can control a little bit more on our side of the net.
As you look forward to Ohio and to Kent State this weekend, 2 teams that last year were 2 of the stronger teams in the MAC East, maybe struggling a little bit record-wise, but what do you see from both those squads?
Yeah, I think they've played, like I said, good competition, And I think for us, it's a great weekend and a great opportunity to see where we stand in the MAC, because like you said, these two teams have traditionally been, in the top tier. So it'll be fun to see where we land.
And then just in general, 3 in a row at home to start MAC play.
Finally.
How nice is it to? We talked a little about being at home, but for your first 3 conference matches, Lyra, being at home, how nice is it to kind of get you going in conference play?
I think it'll be great, and definitely have the advantage of the home court on our side, and we just got to fight through it.
And then, Blair, just finally, what are you guys working on in practice this week that maybe you didn't necessarily love last week, and that you're looking to improve on for the start of conference?
Yeah, we went back to a lot of our basics that we worked on early in preseason, and like I said, I think it's a good time to do it right before MAC opener. Just kind of get used to being comfortable going back to the basics when we're struggling as a team.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thanks.